Did you ever imagine that when you did the original MBCT work that it would expand to so many different sectors outside of the recurrent depression?
I think when we got started, we were very, maybe even narrowly focused on mental health, on mood disorders, clinical disorders. And so there was a way in which, even in that work, there was a focus on understanding universal aspects of the mind and having it bent into allowing people to look after themselves if they're dealing with a mental health condition. But these same universal aspects of mind show up in all other types of endeavors outside of mental health, whether it's education, whether it's criminal justice, whether it's parliament and democracy and rights, that it's not a big surprise that the same elements could be incorporated and modified to have a similar sort of impact in other domains that we never even imagined.
Yeah. And I expect that the gathering will have all of those areas represented because they're actively engaging with our community. So
Because our community has grown, it's entirely possible and important that these elements of mindfulness practice in domains outside of mental health are part of our ongoing conversation. That's, in a way, what's gotten us to 30 years. The fact that we've been able to broaden and build networks in these other domains, and to evaluate and to speak about how they function in those other domains.
yeah, yeah, it's exciting. I think to be not considering mental health as a separate thing outside of the rest of our lives, right? So that it's so integrated, and that's maybe more, I don't know, more known or more accepted or considered now than it maybe was 30 years ago.
Right, and I think society itself has changed in terms of stigma and the
Mhm.
ability to speak more openly about mental health concerns. But with that increased awareness also comes the need to provide people with tools, to provide people with ways of looking after themselves in the growing recognition that mental health is something that touches many, many of us. And I think that part of MBCT's impact has been to provide people with ways of doing this for themselves on an ongoing basis in a way that makes very good sense and can be used easily in their everyday lives.